The full moon lunar eclipse happens at 23 degrees in Virgo with the south node, which is at 27 degrees on March 13th, 14th, depending on where you are in the world. It's all about a karmic release, a culmination, a partial revealing, as the eclipse obscures part of what's revealed. Issues around our health, routines, work, small business, people you hire, rental income, pets, organization, decluttering, communication, and to-do lists, just to name a few. A destiny can be fulfilled in your Virgo part of the sky, maybe an achievement of some kind within your community as well. And this eclipse does have a positive aspect. It has Uranus and Taurus trining this eclipse and Mars and Cancer making a sextile to it. And although Saturn is opposing the lunar eclipse from Pisces, we do have Mars and Cancer trining Saturn and the Sun here. This could look like some ease of change and easy letting go of a karmic story to allow for a new beginning in the Virgo part of your chart, but one that you are the initiator of with Mars here. It can be an emotional new beginning as well, as emotions are always involved because it is a lunar eclipse. The moon rules Cancer and we have Mars in Cancer, but in good flow to this full moon, there can be a deep feeling or sense of growth and change as well, as we also have Pluto sextiling the North Node in Pisces and trining the South Node at this eclipse. You can feel eerily in sync with life's destiny in the Pisces part of your sky at this time. Libra, for you, this is happening in your 12th house of, I almost said exclusion, seclusion, dissipation, hospitals, foreign shores, international shores. The 12th house covers our past lives, also like deep artistic inspiration that we kind of download out of what seems like nowhere, but it kind of comes from that otherworldly realm. The 12th house can rule our debts, but also it can rule foreign money as well. Ashrams, prisons. I hope nobody is going to prison. No Libras are going to prison or being incarcerated. I don't think that's happening, but anybody that's listening anyway. All right, this affects Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising most from 20 degrees and up. You could be releasing addictions or undoing patterns or healing from past life regression therapy or just therapy in general. You could be finishing physically healing from an injury or a hospital stay. Uranus is in Taurus in your 8th house and is also trining this lunar eclipse to the 12th, again showing a release, but it's yet like a sudden, smooth release, maybe around like pain or trauma or secrets that have caused pain to you. Both the 8th and the 12th houses are liberation or moksha houses, where we are free to move on to the higher, brighter houses of the first house, leaving the 12th. The first is where we are reborn in this, physical incarnation to create our own karma from that past, we're birthed out of that past life 12th house. And then the 9th is where we emerge from the darkness of the 8th to a higher-minded view of our situation and are kind of liberated or freed from that prison of the 8th house. This could also be a freedom from family issues or a work situation that might have been stuck and stagnant for you, or a release from difficult situations around people who may have seemed like enemies at work or even at home, as the ruler of your 4th house is Saturn. And Saturn is sitting in the 6th house of day-to-day work, day-to-day routines, your health, open enemies. But it is being trined by the great oh my goodness. It's the evening while I'm recording this. I think I need a 3rd cup of coffee. The great liberator Uranus as well. And lunar eclipses, no matter the sign or house that they fall in, represent an emotional release. And the moon always represents our home and family and ancestors. Again, no matter where it falls in your chart. You can have freedom from something that was hidden from you. And it could have been a health issue that was brought to light, a health issue, or bad habits can be our own enemies as well, falling in the 6th house of health and day-to-day routines. But it could be brought to light to be healed, or even debts that you owe. As the 12th house again shows our debts, material, but also karmic. So there can be a release of either. And again, we see Uranus in that 8th house flowing in a smooth sextile to this lunar eclipse in the 12th. This could also be a story around a new work contracts or entering into a close business partnership, finding an agent, going into business and creating something with a significant partner, because we also have Mercury, who rules this Virgo lunar eclipse, and the South Node over in your 7th house conjuncting Venus, who represents love and money. And then Mars, who rules your 7th house of Aries, is in the 10th of career and reputation, and making a trine over to your Pisces 6th house of health, work, day-to-day life, pets, people you hire, your own business, and diet. You could have some project or work that you do in your day-to-day life changing what you do up in that 10th house, career house, or career opportunities could be coming up now as well in the signing of contracts, which can look like a lucrative new job or one that helps eliminate debts over in that 12th house, which is where we're having this lunar eclipse. Venus rules money, and Mercury represents contracts, news, and communication, but also movement. So there could be good love and money news or messages, or an idea to make more money can come even through a significant partner in romance, as the Venus-Mercury conjunction takes place in that 7th house. Pluto at the same time is sitting in your 5th house of romance, children, luck, creativity, and winning, and is sextiling the North Node and Neptune in your 6th house of work and day-to-day life, and also trining your lunar nodal eclipse in the 12th house of past lives. This could look like a love entering your life from a past life or from international shores, or maybe it's both. Maybe you meet them through a work opportunity, traveling over an ocean, through a friend at work, through a creative type of project that you're working on with a group of people, or even through the internet. It could happen suddenly too, because Uranus rules your 5th house of love and romance and is sextiling the Sun, Saturn, and that North Node currently sitting in your 6th house. It could be a workplace romance that kind of comes in out of the blue. If you're not looking for love, it could be a creative project, music you wrote, a writing project that's ending or culminating and now being ready to be brought out into the public, as the 12th house is a very creative house, and you're closing out a cycle here. And Pluto from the 5th of creativity is making positive aspects here as well. These are just a few examples of what may play out at the time of this eclipse, Libra. On March 29th, the partial solar eclipse at 9 degrees is just beautiful with no harsh aspects, and is happening in your 7th house of serious committed partnerships in business or love. This is wrapping up the Libra Aries eclipse cycle that began when the nodes and the eclipses started happening here around July 2023. You'll feel this most if you're Sun, Moon, or Rising Libra, anywhere from like 5 to 14 degrees. This could be a new beginning in your significant relationship. You could become engaged, get married, start a close business partnership with someone, start a business with your partner. You could meet a new love while traveling or through an education course. You can also meet them through the courts, like let's say if you're an attorney or something along those lines, through spirituality or religious settings, or like a wedding, for example, is just a few. Because we have Jupiter and Gemini trining you from the 9th house of foreign shores and travel, publishing, legal law, legal settlements, higher education, philosophy, etc. And it's sextiling over to the solar eclipse in the 7th house. At the same time, we have Pluto in your 5th Aquarius house, sextiling Venus and Pisces at 28 degrees, sitting in that 6th house, but it's like right on the edge at the beginning of the 7th. So what does this mean? This could look like a new love, or a transformative, intense and magnetic, and maybe even a bit taboo for some reason, love coming into your life now and possibly unfolding over the next 6 months, as Pluto rules things that are hidden and below the surface. So it could be behind the scenes. This could also be a new career opportunity for your partner that will also benefit you, as this eclipse is happening in the house of the other, and the eclipse ruler is Mars. Mars is sitting in Cancer in that 10th house of career and status, legacy and fame, and trining the North Node and Pisces in that 6th work house. It could be you that this new career is unfolding for as well over the next few months. And last but not least, with Pluto moving into that 5th house, and some, your relationship house being activated, you absolutely could become pregnant. If that's something that you would, welcome into your life. If not, I would just say, Pluto in that 5th house can bring powerful transformations to your life with regard to romance and creative projects and children. So there's that. It all looks beautiful, Libra, and this is a great way to end the month with Mars now moving direct. 2, and I might add giving extra weight, albeit it may be a bit of a slow start. It takes a while for sleepy Mars to wake up. But, the things are moving forward in direct motion around the 7th house matters, 10th house career matters, and also your 2nd house of earnings is Mars rules that house as well. Take care, and we'll see you in April.